Hey there, guys. What's up? We are here today on Friday, Real Talk.
Yes.
Bill and Michelle Pescosolido.
Yes, this is your weekly episode of Real Talk with Bill and Michelle. As Michelle just said, I am Bill Pescosolido. This is my lovely and talented and beautiful wife, Michelle Pescosolido. And we come to you every Friday afternoon right here on our fan page here at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time, which is our time zone. And we're happy to have you, and we're happy to be here. We're very excited about what we're going to talk about today. But before we do, as you're coming out onto the Facebook Live, just give us a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from, where you are as far as city, state, country, and we'll give you a shout out. We want to interact. We like to make these very interactive, very fun, very lively, very informal.
Yes.
But we like to make them massively informational, educational, inspirational for you, our lovely viewer and our awesome audience. So,
yeah, we're just kind of getting started. Hey, George, how are you? Yeah, we're going to wait a minute till everybody hops on.
What's up, George?
We've got Melinda from Central Pennsylvania.
Hey.
And
Melinda, Central PA. I went to Dickinson College, which is in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is Central PA, right? Kind of near Harrisburg and Lancaster and Gettysburg and all those places. So if you're anywhere near that, let me know.
Okay, we got David from Kansas.
What's up? You're not in Kansas anymore, David.
And we got Maria. Hello, Maria from Phoenix, Arizona. We've got Greg from California.
Bennett from Malaysia. I love it. It's 4 a.m. in Malaysia right now where Bennett is.
Well, it's 8 in the UK right now. Is it
8 at night?
Usman or Usman?
Usman.
Usman? That's very, very good. I rely on him to correct my phonetics. Hey, Marvin.
I'm very British.
Excited to have you guys here. We're going to get started here shortly. We just want to make sure we say hello to everyone. Yes, cool. Melinda's near Penn State.
Penn State. Very
awesome.
Cool. I saw a fish show at Penn State on campus there.
Jenna, it's a beautiful day here in Frisco. Yes, actually you can see the window. I didn't realize I was looking at a different camera view here and I didn't think the window was actually showing. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Frisco. That's where we are. So I didn't know if you knew that, Melinda. Was it Melinda? Yeah, I think it was Melinda.
Melinda's from Penn State.
Well, somebody just said, hey, Jenna. I didn't know. Did you know? Did you know we're here in Frisco too? So
Jan Fansler is in the house.
Jan Fansler, our number one fan.
What up, Jan? How are you?
Fan.
Our number one Fansler.
Yeah. She runs a close race with Judy.
Donna Sands.
Yep. So, well, cool.
Right.
Yeah, let's get started.
We're gonna get started here in a second. Today we're gonna talk about 5 things 5 strategies, 5 tactics, 5 just sort of like know-how, critical elements to building a rock star personal brand online. As you probably are well aware, Michelle and I have spent since 2010. So it's almost 8 years now working off of.
Jenna, that's where we live. You could come over and do this live with us.
Wow! Holy crap! We spent the last 8 years. Working on building, perfecting, mastering, learning. Making a lot of mistakes along the way, and then figuring out some things that work along the way. But in regards to building our personal brand online, and I can tell you for a fact, when you have a strong personal brand online, when people feel they already know, like, and trust you, there's an amazing shift that occurs in your business. And you won't necessarily see it happen overnight. It's not like you'll just wake up one morning and yesterday it'll be all swaggy and today it'll be all rainbows and unicorns. But what happens is the amount of friction that takes place in the sales process. Now, anytime you're selling anything, and even if you don't consider yourself a salesperson, you're like, oh, I'm a marketer or I'm an online person, right? There's still a sales process. Within that sales process, there will be friction points along the way, right? It's just natural. It's going to happen. There will be friction points where the customer or the potential customer gets to a point where they're like, I don't know. Should I do this? Should I not? And sometimes they keep moving forward. Sometimes they bail and you've lost them as a customer. Well, those are friction points. When you have a rock solid personal brand online, when people feel that they know, like, and trust you, those friction points start to disappear. And you start getting layup sales. You start getting sales in your sleep. You start waking up and being like, oh my God, I haven't even checked my computer, but I got a sale just in the time between being logged on and being logged off. And here we are now, and I have sales in my back office, right? That's because of a rockstar personal brand. So that's what we want to talk to you about today. And we're going to have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Again, if you're just joining us, let us know, comment in the comment section below. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you feel you've got a personal brand going now, a good personal brand, let us know. Or maybe you feel that you could still get a little bit better. You need to work a little bit more on your personal brand. If that's the case, let us know also in the comments section below. And Michelle's laughing at me because I got this new energy drink that I've got.
I'm like, what is he talking about?
No, this has nothing to do with network marketing. This is not a pitch. It's just this energy drink I bought at Sprouts called Celsius.
Give me that.
Yeah, it's working like a charm because I'm fired up. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like motor mouth guy here.
Ew.
I like it.
I don't like it. It has to have an artificial flavor in it or something.
It has no artificial flavors. This is all natural.
Stevia, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know. It's great.
It's not good.
Love it.
All right, guys, listen. Working to develop our brand. Awesome, Sandy. Okay, so what we're really going to do here is we're going to talk about how to build your brand and how to get started with it. So some of you may already have a brand built, but maybe you feel a little confused on the direction of where it's going, or you don't feel like you have a really good grasp on it, or maybe you feel like your message is all over the place, or just maybe you just haven't honed in on that message, or who is your audience? Hey, from Canada, what's up? So let's dive into that, because I want you guys to really understand, what it takes, the things you need to be thinking about when you're building your brand. And how to really hone in on it so you can become that go-to person within your marketing niche. And that's really what we're going to be doing here today. So let's get started, unless you have another sentence to say.
What do y'all think about the lighting stitch we've got here right
lighting?
now? I just feel like the lighting's weird. I feel like we got this light pointing right at us, and it's hard to tell. We've got like
looks good.
Odd background. What do y'all think of the lighting situation in the background here?
It's horrible. We had to hide in a different room because we have kids running around the house, like
spring
teenagers.
break. A bunch of teenage girls here. It's, spring SB 2018.
Yeah, so they're like running around the house. So we're just gonna have to go with it.
Yeah,
I think it's the best we can do. So let's get started.
Okay, so Michelle, fire away.
All right,
Point number one.
So the very first thing that you've got to do, lighting looks good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Maria.
So the very first thing that you have to do before you start developing a brand, or even if you already have that brand started, I want you guys to go back and just answer a few questions. What do you want to be known for? So what I mean by that is do you want to be known as a health and wellness guru? I'm going to get into more details about that in a moment in the second one. But do you want to be known as the health and wellness guru? Do you want to be known as the paleo cooking expert? Do you want to be known as the travel expert? Ask yourself that question.
Do you want to be known as the Prince of Snapchat?
Oh, by the way, guys, give me some love. Not right now, but on my Snapchat video. I did Snapchat Etiquette 101 yesterday. It's on our fan page here, and it's over on my personal page. Seriously. Give me some love. It's funny. Okay, so do you want to be known as the Snapchat marketing expert, the Instagram marketing expert, the Facebook marketing expert? What do you want to be known as? So you've got to answer that question. The second question is not really a question, but you need to ask yourself, so I guess it is a question. List some things that you do really well. What do you do well? Do you communicate really well with people? Do you, are you really good at teaching things on mindset? Do you have a really great memory? I'm serious. It's like, are you good at math? I know that seems like that has nothing to do with marketing, but I want you to write down the things that you do really well. What do people come to you and say, dang, you're really good at that? Like with Bill, I'm like, dang, you're really good at writing.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Yeah. And
I say you're great at laundry.
Oh, yes.
You're great
I launder money, guys. When I do the laundry, money comes out.
She does. It's a funny joke. It's like, we're like, hey, she's like money laundering.
Yes.
No, you're incredible at Facebook marketing. You're incredible at Facebook PPC and driving traffic through Facebook marketing through all of our stuff.
Okay,
she's
so
phenomenal. Listen
to those things.
The best.
What are you good at? All right. And what do other people say you're good at?
And I think more importantly is that the latter one. What would, if you had to ask other people, about you? What would they say you're good at? Right? Because I could sit here and ask myself all my strengths, like, oh, I'm great at this, I'm great at that. Look at me, I'm so wonderful, all these things. But do other people think that?
Right.
So being just brutally honest with yourself.
It's important.
Brutally honest. What do you think other people would think your strengths are? And write those down.
And then the final question that you should really ask yourself, and there's probably some, let's just kind of keep it simple for you guys, because we don't want to be talking about 100 different things. You should ask yourself, what are you passionate about? I think that is key, because if you're not passionate about something, you are definitely going to experience burnout over the years. I mean, we've been doing this since the late 2009. Really getting going profitably in 2010. We've been doing it for a long time. And yeah, there are a lot of oftentimes projects that we have taken on that, look at you. Alan thinks you're looking bigger.
Thanks, Alan.
You want to see my muscle? Thanks.
She's got
I got a muscle. Look, it's coming. Oh, what's that?
Don't worry about that.
So anyways, what are you passionate about? So important. What are you passionate about? Because that's going to come across in your marketing message. That's going to come across. Are you authentic? Are you real? Are you feeling it? Because that's what gets people excited. Like, we love doing these Facebook Lives. And we hope you guys can feel our passion and our excitement about it, and getting on here and just teaching things to you guys and providing phenomenal value. We love that. And that's what you have to ask yourself. What are you passionate about? What do you love doing?
And here's the thing. So we're all probably at different points in our business building. Like Michelle just said, she started in 2009. We really got this thing kicked in 2010. So that's about 8 to 9 years for us, right? You might be on day 1, week 1, month 1, year 5, whatever. So we're all at different phases and different points.
Yeah.
But the reality is, no matter whether you're on week 1, day 1, year 5, you are going to experience obstacles, roadblocks, challenges, pitfalls, problems. The challenges, the roadblocks, they're not going to go away, right? They're never going to go away. They'll be different, right? Our challenges and roadblocks at year 8 right now for us might be very different than the person who is experiencing challenges and roadblocks who's on year 1, right? So there could be different ones, but the challenges never go away. If you identify what your passion is, and what you're passionate about, and you really weave that into your business, your passion is what will enable you to overcome those inevitable roadblocks and pitfalls and challenges, because it's your passion that will have momentum, and it will have force, and it will have inertia behind it that will help you get over those roadblocks. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, the roadblocks and the challenges will derail the train. Yeah. They will. Right. So that's why you got to find your passion. And, it could be from like a niche. And I
wanted to add something to that real quick. I don't want you guys to think just business right now. Okay. I want you to really broaden. Okay. This is like how we built the vegan brand. Like we are internet marketers. We're building businesses online, but we never really thought we were going to like just build this vegan brand, which we have built. But the reason why that project was built is because it came from a passion around veganism. And so when we say, what are you passionate about? Don't keep it restricted to, I just love helping people. Go beyond that. Right. Are you passionate about running? You can build a business around running. Are you passionate about, CrossFit? Are you passionate about yoga? Are you passionate about traveling? Believe it or not, it starts with identifying your passion, because once you've done that, you can build any business online now with Facebook, with Instagram, with Twitter, with YouTube, with the blogging. I'm trying to think of all the ways you can get your messages out there. You can build any passion into a business, and people will come and they will follow and they will listen and they will buy from you. So I want you to think bigger when I say, what are you passionate about?
And we've got some good ones. Hey, George Burns is on our call.
Awesome. George, I like that. He went beyond just, he said business, but also family. His relationship in Christ, not in that exact order.
Right.
Same thing. What are you passionate about? What do you love doing?
And, it's interesting, George, and this is just, George, if you don't mind, I'm going to use you as an example. And for everyone else, this is just an example. But George mentioned business, family, and my relationship with Christ, not in that order. Okay, that's fine. we were in San Diego a couple weeks ago at an event, and I was talking with a guy there who is very religious, and he has kind of spun religion in a very positive way into his business.
Christ-centered business.
Right, a Christ-centered business, a faith-oriented business. And so I was asking him more about that, and I said to him, I said, so does that mean that anyone you work with or everyone you work with has to be also very religious and has to follow like the same kind of ideals that you follow and ideology as far as from a religious standpoint? He said, no, not at all. He said, I kind of lead with that. My business is centered around that. But I said, by all means, if there's a client who's an atheist or whatever, he's like, of course, I'll work with them. That's just part of the brand and part of what I'm very passionate about. So naturally, does this guy attract more people who are also religious rather than people who, for example, don't believe in God? Well, of course he does. But he's not pigeonholing himself to be like, oh, I can only work with you if you're religious, or
he's probably attracting
or if you're like a Southern
people.
Baptist. I mean, he doesn't get that specific. He's not ruling anyone out, but it's a great way to kind of start with a passion that he has, and then kind of tie that into business. Yeah,
exactly. And then once you've identified that, then comes number 2. So you guys, if you guys are getting this, drop a 1 below. And let us know. Let us know that you feel good about this. Hey, Justice, what's up?
Hi.
Yes. So drop a 1 below.
So literally type the number 1.
If this has helped you with some clarity.
With your finger.
Yes,
clarity. Type, finger on the number 1 button. Hit it. Click it. Hit enter. Nice. Hey, Melinda.
What's up? All right, cool.
And there's a little bit of a delay here.
Yeah,
so
we have the ones coming.
The ones are starting to flow in.
Very cool. I like that faith advocacy. That's kind of how it started with our vegan. We were the an advocate for animals.
We sure. So Norma hit a 1.
Daryl,
nice,
hey Daryl, what's up?
Daryl Fleming in the hizzo. What up?
So good, great guys. So awesome, Alan. Good. Hey Jennifer, what's up? How are you? So let's dive into number 2, because I feel like once you guys have got lots of 1s coming, I like this. I love interaction. Oh, you're vegan. I love that too, Faith. I think I knew that. But yes, awesome. So after you guys have identified your passion, you've answered those questions, the next step would be, okay, let's pick our niche. All right. Hey, Pamela, another Frisco here in the house.
Hey, Pamela, what's going on? Good to see you.
So
thanks for being here.
So picking your niche is really that next step. You know what you're passionate about. So what marketing niche do you want to build your brand around? So don't be too broad when it comes to this. Like, entrepreneurship. It's really, I would say that's way too broad, because you want to be able to attract a certain group of people within the entrepreneur world, okay? Because they're going to be able to resonate with you more. So another example, I wrote some things down here, like entrepreneurship. Get very specific. What kind? Mindset. That's a great niche within the entrepreneurship niche. Oh, I'm sad.
Entrepreneurship niche. Say it 3 times fast.
Niche. Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, content marketing. Again, if you go too broad, you're going to spread yourself too thin. Same thing with, I just want to be a health and wellness guru. There's so much within health and wellness. There's how you cook. There's how you eat. There's the exercises you do. There's running. There's walking. There's CrossFit. There's yoga. So it's just way too broad. And successful brands understand this, that they don't need to tackle the entire niche, however you want to say it, guys. They can actually pull out a certain aspect of it and build their brand within that. And if you guys want to give some examples in here, I mean, definitely feel like, definitely type in. I'm having trouble with my words today. Definitely
type what you feel a niche that would be appropriate for you to dive into, that you're
either
you
have some ideas
already in. So you've already said, yes, you planted your flag. You said, this is my niche, or just some thoughts of things that you've thought about. Like, should I do this? Should I do that? Maybe one or the other, like not sure. So start typing below, type, and write what might be an example of something you've thought about or that you actually are already in as far as a niche goes.
Football fans. You got to be specific. What are you a fan of? You got to build a brand around what?
So let's see.
Understanding
Fine.
this is still a work in progress. So we're
Gotcha,
good.
Faith.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's okay, Faith. I mean, and trust me, it's a lot of things are a work in progress for us as well. So don't let that discourage you at all, and don't let that get you down. I think that it, maybe rewind and go back to what you're passionate about.
I think just answering those questions are
Yeah.
really going to be helpful for you.
Think about, how you want to help people. Think about what problems you'd like to solve for people. Maybe what is there a problem out there that you're passionate about fixing or helping people with, and start there. That's a great way to niche down. Getting back to our vegan business, which is one of a handful of businesses we have. That is the vegan niche, right? So we didn't say healthy eating. We didn't say vegetarian and paleo and vegan or whatever. It's vegan, right? So if you're not vegan, if you have no interest in being vegan, if you are a avid hunter who goes out and slaughters animals on a weekly basis, we have no business. Our business has no business, dealing with you, right? And that's okay. But I think the challenge people often have is saying, I want to target anyone and everyone, and I want to help the world, and that's just not going to happen. You will spread yourself too thin. You will dilute your message. If you think you want to target everybody, you'll actually or appealing to nobody, right? You've got to be very specific. You've got to niche it down.
I like, Jennifer, what you're saying here. So I don't know if you're already doing this, but here's a good example. If you love to cook and you're in, the health and wellness area, then exactly. I mean, you could build a brand around cooking, and you are becoming this go-to person. Let's just say on Facebook, when people say, who's great at cooking health and cooking recipes and living a healthy lifestyle. Oh, it's Jennifer. Like that's what you want that end result to be. And that's a great example. I think oftentimes a lot of people try to stick the square peg in a round hole, and they take the business of what they're promoting right now and then try to say, oh, well, I'm promoting, anti-aging products, so I need to probably become an anti-aging expert, but are you really passionate about that? See, that's where I think that a lot of entrepreneurs get it mixed up, what you're promoting now, but keep that in the back of your mind that there may be a time when you got to make a shift and actually find a product that's in line with what you were passionate about.
And, getting back to us, because we always like to bring it back to us because,
we're here for you guys.
Right. We are, so what are we passionate about? So again, we have a couple different businesses. We've already talked about the vegan business. We're also very passionate about helping entrepreneurs, helping people in the home-based business industry successfully build their businesses online, right? Using, specifically Facebook and blogging and content marketing and so forth. So we kind of have a dual-edged thing here. And we definitely separate our businesses out. There's days where we work on one, there's days where we work on the other, there's times that we're working on one, there's times that we're working on the other. Like they're separate entities, but and we juggle the two, we balance them. But the other thing is the obvious, and that's kind of why we're here right now.
Yeah.
And that's why we come to you every Friday afternoon and do this Real Talk with Bill and Michelle, is that for us, we're passionate about helping people who want to build a business online and grow a brand online. We want to help people do that. We want to help people like you. So that's, again, so from a passion standpoint, we're passionate about that. We love doing that. Like we really honestly love helping people. We love coaching, training, teaching, instructing. We love mentoring. We love doing stuff like this. We really love it. So it becomes easy in that regard, and not easy like, it still involves work, but sometimes you go into things, you're like, I got to do that. Like this is, I know it's like, a necessary evil part of my business, right? And you kind of reluctantly slog your way through it. Well, doing things like this Facebook Live, like we look forward to this. We're never like, oh, we got to do that at Facebook Live again. The other thing, we have an Inner Circle membership. We have a monthly mentorship program called the Power Players Club, where every Wednesday we do a very detailed, like intense training for all the members. We love doing that. I love our Wednesday webinars, and I love helping out the people in our Power Players Club. And hopefully, that shows for those members. Hopefully that kind of emanates through. But, most importantly, it's something that we actually look forward to doing. We like it. And hopefully that comes across as well. So think about that when you're thinking about yourself. you want to come across, obviously, that you love doing this and you want to be able to look forward to doing certain things in your business. And yeah, there's going to be some kind of necessary evils or some things that you just got to do. But, if you're not loving it, if you're not passionate about it, if you haven't found that niche that you can really say you want to dive into and sink your teeth into and really, help people out with, you're going to face an uphill battle with building your brand. So you got to make sure you do that first.
And I want to help some of you guys in here, like Mary. I love the fact that, you're in actually a high ticket program that we're in, and you're trying to sell that, but you're passionate about spiritual experiences. And I think that's tarot. Is that how you say that right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like tarot cards.
And you can write blogs, post. You could build a brand around that, and you could easily, I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas, like you could build a brand around that, this, spiritual experiences. You could end up building that into an awesome brand, and your product could end up being, spiritual retreats, or, whatever else, that you like to do around, the spiritual experiences and stuff. Like, those are great, great ideas. We're trying to help you guys kind of think outside of the box here and really hone in on what you're passionate about. So thanks for sharing that, Mary, because I think that's a good example of how we can help, you guys kind of figure that out. I have to cough, but go ahead.
She's going to cough. So
give us some love.
So if that makes sense. Yeah. So first of all, if you guys like that, if that makes sense, if you, maybe you haven't nailed down your niche yet, but at least if you understand conceptually that you've got to kind of, pick a niche to get in, if you get that and if you can see yourself doing that, type a 2, please, in the comment section below. So numero dos, just literally type 2 below in the comment section. Just so we know that this is coming through loud and clear.
Coming. I love the little
so
icons.
We know. Yeah, and hit like, hit the heart button,
I
hit like
to
a
see
little
those. I just hit
smiley
those.
face. Are you hitting them for yourself?
I hit those for myself.
Wow, that's like high-fiving yourself.
You're welcome, Mary. I'm glad you like that. Yes. So you guys can seriously, anything you're passionate about, that's what we're good at. We're good at helping you guys build businesses around things you're passionate about. So do you want to dive into number 3?
Suzette, Jan, James, Jenna. Hitting some 2s. Nice. We got some 2 love in the hizzo.
Yep. Maria.
Cool. Mary Elise.
Mary, another Mary.
Elise.
Yes. Very
Marv.
cool.
Marv. What up, Marv? Hey, Marv.
Oh, Marv. Sorry. Glasses to read, apparently. All right. So let's dive into number 3.
Number 3.
It's all about being yourself. Now, while that may seem so silly and so duh, like you already know you need to be yourself, who else would you want to be? It really does complicate people. I mean, it really does cause complications for people because they sit there and they second guess themselves and they think, oh, well, there's already an awesome Facebook marketer out there. Why would I want to teach Facebook? Oh, there's already someone who does amazing cooking classes within the paleo niche, or a CrossFit guru. There's already people like that. There's millions of people that follow that person already on Facebook. They make a 7-figure income. What possibly could I contribute to that niche? Well, you've got to nix that mindset immediately and not think like that, because there is enough room in every marketing space out there. And there's people out there waiting to connect with you, waiting to hear you. Guarantee you, just because somebody has 1 million fans doesn't mean that every single one of those people actually resonate with that person, or enjoy reading their emails or enjoy watching their videos. There is room, there is space for each and every single one of you to share your message. I promise you. And people will resonate with you. There are certain types of people out there. Maybe it's an age demographic. Maybe it's male or female.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're living in a different, country, or they speak, a different language. Whatever that is, they are going to resonate with you. And so you have to be yourself. You have to share, your interests. You have to share your lifestyle through that brand that you're building. And exactly, Jan, everybody's different and different people will be attracted to you. So we want to just pretty much squash out that, negative mindset immediately. And just if any of you are suffering from that compare-itis, you got to get rid of that, and you've got to be you, and you've got to be your authentic self and come across that way in everything that you do in your marketing. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the people that you didn't attract.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely within this game will have to develop thick skin, because there will be trolls out there. There will be those haters out there.
Yeah.
Develop that thick skin, and only focus on the people who actually appreciate you, because I promise you they're going to outnumber those few haters out there.
Absolutely. And the other thing, and this might seem more obvious, I'm not sure, but as far as being yourself, it's a lot easier to just be you than to try to be something that you're not, right? So for example, Michelle and I, we come on here on these Friday afternoons, every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we do our Facebook Lives.
Right.
Obviously, this is very much just us being us. It's very, hopefully you see this and appreciate this. We're being ourselves. We're being very authentic, being very real. This is just us in our homes coming to you. We're not trying to put on an air about ourselves. We're not trying to dress fancy. Like I'm wearing, sweatpants and a t-shirt and a hat, right? I mean, this is just us. This is us being real. And a couple things happen when it's just us being real. First of all,
we're comfortable.
Yeah, we're comfortable. I mean, this is just easy. That's why we like doing this. It's easy. I don't have to think like, oh, who am I trying to be? Or am I doing this the right way? I'm just being me. It's just me. Like literally, if you were in our house hanging out, this is how I would be, right? So it's easy to do. The second thing is that you're going to end up attracting then the right people, the right audience. Because people will resonate with you. Now, some people won't. There might be some people who are like, Bill's kind of a jerk, or I don't like Bill's hat, or the way Bill talks is funny, or whatever. There could be certain things about me that you or someone else just doesn't like, and so therefore you'll find someone else instead. You'll resonate more with someone else, and I mean that's okay. That's just life. That is what it is. I mean, you got your favorite TV shows, you got your favorite radio stations, you got your favorite music. I mean, could you say that every genre of music is your favorite kind of music? No, you probably have a favorite genre or favorite band or favorite artist. It doesn't mean that you don't listen to any other music. It's just that that's your go-to, right? So when you become yourself and when you just drop all the airs and drop any pretentiousness or drop any fear or worries of I got to be better than this, or I got to live up to a higher expectation, or I got to compare myself to another person who I saw doing a similar thing and I got to be more like them. When you do that, and then when people start seeing you, they're going to be like, is that person, or is that them trying to be something different than what they are? And it could be kind of confusing, but ultimately you're going to end up attracting people that resonate with you as well. And they will be the better customer, right? Because let's talk real here for a second. This is Real Talk with Bill and Michelle. So let's talk real. This is about, we talk about your niche and your passion and being yourself. This is business, right? We are in this to make a profit, right? To monetize an offer, to successfully make some money.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're talking about helping people out and providing solutions to pains. Yes, of course. But we also want to make money doing that, right? That's what being an entrepreneur and being in business is all about. I don't think that you're all in a nonprofit right now that you're trying to build. I don't think that you're building a charity right now for your business. That you're just going, I'm just going to give all my time for free, right? No. So this is a business. You got to make money. So when you attract the right people because you're yourself, those people you attract end up becoming better customers. They become longer customers, more loyal customers, repeat customers, buy more stuff again and again. So that's what
I'm thinking squirrel right now. I'm thinking that we probably should change this to later so we can have cocktails with you guys. Cocktail hour would be fun.
Did I mention the energy drink is kicked in?
And also there's some fun little buttons on this Be Live that we're going to test out at the end that's for St. Patrick's Day. So that's my version of I Just Saw a Squirrel. I think that segues perfectly into number 4.
But does that make sense? So before we go on to I know with you.
You know what I love? I'm sitting here watching my phone and somebody's just hitting the hearts. It just keeps going up and up and up and
Well, that person's awesome.
Look at him going. Wait.
I can't see it.
The light was perfect.
Everyone isn't, hey, Antonio Carter. Everyone isn't buff like you, Bill. Well, thanks, man. And you're right. Everyone's not buff like me.
I love it. Love the heart.
I'm trying to attract buff guys. That's our ideal customer.
No. If you like that, not Bill's buffness. Drop us. Oh, good. Thank you, Shelly. Totally makes sense. Let us know it makes sense. Either drop a 3 below or just tell us, hey, and cock hour with you guys sounds really fun. That's what I'm thinking. Instead of water, I'm drinking water. Here's my goal by the end of this. I've got to drink this whole thing.
It's not that much.
That's a
lot. So if that does make sense, and if you want to move on, type a 3 below. If you think I talked enough about that subject, type a 3 below. If you get ups, and right there, boom, Suzette 3. Clearly, she thinks I talk too much about that subject.
Okay. Segue number 4. Thank you, Jan. I've got these 3s coming. I love it. I love it. Totally makes sense. So number 4, we talked a little bit about, but it's part of the brand building process is, you've got to definitely start squashing out your fears because most of the time, the reason why you're not building that brand around what you're passionate about is because you are fearful. Maybe you're afraid of, like I said, rejection, the haters, the trolls. Maybe you're procrastinating. Ask yourself, like I know for us in the vegan business, we have really talked about that we need to take that really to that next level. And part of it is not really fear, but it's like, a little bit of procrastination because we kind of have a good thing going over here, but yet we also need to be building that other one. So are you procrastinating? The key here is don't overthink things, start educating people. If you already know, from the beginning when we talked about write down those skill sets. Yes, Suzette, that's a big one for you. I get it. I totally get it. But you already know what you're good at. You know what you're passionate about. So educating people and inspiring them and motivating them around that niche that you have picked should come easy because everything that you should be doing within that marketing niche should be also studying and educating yourself. So you should enjoy already reading articles within your marketing niche. You should enjoy maybe watching videos within your marketing niche. All of those things are your opportunities to take away something, learn from it, educate yourself, become better at your skill set, and take that and teach it to your audience out there. So if you're in line with, your passion, you're in line with it, you know what you want to market because you love it, you've done all these steps in the beginning to build your brand, educating people should start to become really, really easy for you to do and inspiring and motivating them. I'm looking over here. This is all part of your brand. It's all part of building your awareness, building awareness around your brand. Because if I'm going to sit here and talk about Facebook marketing and I'm not passionate about it, I'm not going to take time to actually go out there and learn about it also. I'm not going to get geeked out when Facebook, comes up with all these different changes, like the algorithm changes, or they merge the power editor with the ads manager.
And she does get geeked out about that.
Somebody who's not passionate about that's not going to get geeked out.
Right.
And I do. So I take that as, ooh, this is exciting. Let me dig in. And then we test, we get results, and we bring those results to you and teach you how to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you wanted to add anything to that, but
that's
number 4.
No, I think that was spot on, Michelle.
Okay.
You just crushed that point.
Wow, he's speechless, guys. Give me a 4 if you're amazed by the speechlessness that I slammed down on this man.
Let me explain it in another way.
No, let's not.
Right, so type a numero cuatro, that's number 4 for the English-speaking population here on the call. Number 4,
destructive thinking.
Literally type the number 4 below 4 in the comments section.
Crushed it.
If what Michelle just said resonated with you, if Michelle's awesome little monologue there
kind of like Kenzie.
helped you out.
Kenzie crushed her dance in Galveston. They're going to Worlds. Woohoo! We're going to Disneyland. We're going to go live from Disneyland at the end of April.
No one knows what you're talking
Disney
about.
World. Woo!
No one knows what you're talking about.
You guys know.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
You guys, tell me you know what I'm talking about. You guys that followed our journey in Galveston this weekend. You guys know we were in Galveston dancing. I know there's a lot of you on here because you wished us good luck. He's slamming his drink. Let's move on. You guys are awesome. I love the engagement. These lives are getting totally more and more and more and more engaged. I love it. So let's get into number 5. Are you ready?
Number 5. Numero cinco.
Shandos. Way to go, Kenzie.
Numero cinco. You do that.
He had too much energy drink. All right. Number 5 is you've got to grow your circle. And then really that comes down to networking. You want to make sure some tips to networking, get out there to meetups. I personally would not do that, but if you guys love
we have these awesome tips for you. We don't do any of these tips. We're going to tell you to do them. But we just don't do them
Some
ourselves.
advice. You guys might like to go to meetups, go to events. All right, I love going to events.
We do love going to events.
I was just trying to, instead of saying events, go to meetups, go to your chamber of commerce meetings. I don't know, find where other people within your niche are hanging out and get yourself there. Start networking, start meeting people, because you would be surprised how many business relationships can be can be formed. Is that proper?
Created, developed.
Can be developed from you attending an event or going to, it would make sense. Well, maybe it would go to a chamber of commerce meeting or go to some meetups or, what else? I don't know, online hangouts, joining groups within your marketing niche. You would be surprised how relationships can develop, business relationships. I can give you a great example. So for us, we have a Facebook group for the vegans. There's about 16,000 people in there. And I pretty much made a connection with 3 ladies in there. And they are our admins of that group. Business relationships. It's the way we're growing our business. But if you can meet people and allow them to get to know you, you get to know them, you would be surprised how many partnerships can be formed. You could help leverage each other. They could maybe ask you for an interview, and have you maybe explain more about what you do or teach, if you're going to become an expert in a particular marketing niche, they may want you to come on and teach their audience because they're not very good possibly at what you're an expert in. So getting yourself out there is really important, and also making sure your brand is amongst other social media marketing channels, because what we have really, really learned over the past 6 months is the younger generations are not on Facebook. They are just not on Facebook. If you are
kids these days,
let me ask you this. If you are in your early 20s and you're watching this, tell me in the comment section. Yes, I'm in my early 20s, because I would love to know. But from what I understand, our 16-year-old, she doesn't even have Facebook on her phone. That's where the old people hang out, she tells us. Right. Okay. So you've got to really, think about that and make sure. I'm not saying you got to go full speed 100% on Instagram, but you should be sharing.
Here's what you have to do. So kind of figure out where your audience is, and then go to where they are.
Yes.
Right. So if that makes sense, hopefully it does. Think about where is your audience hanging out. Do a little research. Right. So this really then means that you've got to really understand, and create your customer avatar, right? So who is your target audience? Who is your customer audience, your customer avatar? Where are they hanging out online? Like, not where they're hanging out like on the weekend, right? The bowling alley or a bar or church or the ball game. I'm not talking about that per se. I'm talking about where are they hanging out online?
Right.
Because that's where you're going to be able to reach the most people that fall into your customer avatar profile and your target audience. The other thing is that when you get out there, just get yourself out there, as maybe overwhelming as it might seem in the beginning, or as daunting as it might feel in the beginning, it's critical because it allows you to get in front of a different or a larger audience. So for example, Michelle said the meetup group or the events or the whatever, but let's say, for example, another approach is you see someone who's in your space, someone who's considered an authority or a leader within your niche, and you reach out to them and you say, hey, can I interview you? Right? Maybe you interview that person, a quick, 10-minute interview or whatever, and you use that as content. Maybe you turn it into a blog post or whatever. Well, then what happens is, maybe because it's such an amazing interview, once it's finally, recorded or edited or packaged up, you send it then back to that person. And because it's an interview of them, well, they'll probably share it to their audience.
Right.
Right? I mean, they're not going to sit there and do nothing with it. They're probably going to say, hey, awesome, thanks. And they're going to email their list or tweet about it or make a Facebook post about it or whatever they do. Well, guess what? You now just got introduced to their whole audience. And this could be a niche or a subset or just a segment of an audience that you never would have maybe reached on your own. But because you got out there, because you're building your brand, because you reached out to this person to interview them, you're now being introduced to their whole audience. And those people in that audience might be like, wow, that gal was really cool. Let me check her out. What's she doing online? What does she do? How do I find her? How do I get more information about her? So it's a great way to just expand into different audiences that you wouldn't have hit maybe through your own marketing efforts.
And another really quick golden strategy that I'm going to share, because I know a lot of people are being taught to go into groups and pretty much pitch your biz ops, your opportunities, your products, which is really, really lame. But if you find a really good community, a group, like I can give you a couple examples. So we're part of an internet marketing group. We take the opportunity within that group to get known. Now, we don't do it in a way where we're pitching our products or service.
Yeah.
We look for questions in there, and we're talking a group that actually is very high, like there's a lot of engagement in that group. It's not, just like, you have to look for quality groups, all right? So we're in that group, and anytime questions are asked, or there's a great community manager in there, and she'll ask questions. And we take that opportunity to answer those questions, provide value. And here's what will happen in return. I don't know the percentage of it, but this is what happens. Oftentimes, that person who you caught their attention by answering a question, gave a lot of value with it, they click on your profile. They see what you do. So this is why it's so important that you do put in your profile what you are. What do you do? What are you known for?
What's your website URL?
Yes,
your blog URL?
Because this is where that the magic happens. People will come to you and look at your profile and say, oh, well, she's really good at Facebook marketing. Maybe I should reach out to her. Or he's really good at the content marketing. Or great, they're like the vegan group. Another example, we're in a bunch of different vegan groups. When people ask questions in there, I don't say, oh, well, we own our own vegan business. No, I go in there and I actually answer. I'm thoughtful. I give a lot of value. And then people will say, oh, wow, so they're part of this. And then they come like the fan page, or they reach out to us. Same thing with you guys that are in these other marketing niches. You could be a cycling group, a CrossFit group, a yoga group. There are a lot of great communities out there. So I want to encourage you guys, as we kind of conclude this actual live, that's a great way to actually get started with getting your brand out there without having to pitch your products or opportunity. Join one or two really, really good groups where there's a lot of good engagement, and there's great admins and moderators in there that promote engagement within the group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
So if that made sense, and Linda just said great ideas, thanks. And you're welcome, Linda. Thank you for being here, and thank you for commenting. Yeah. And Mary Elise, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name Mary Elise. If I am, just let me know. She said American Sign Language would be one. If that is oriented around your product or your offer, your business, absolutely.
That's a great niche, actually.
Absolutely. If your business has nothing to do with that, then maybe not. But if you have some kind of a product or solution that revolves around
or move towards developing one.
American Sign Language.
Yeah, an ebook,
sure.
or a tutorial, video tutorials. There's a lot of things you could do with that.
But don't going back to what Michelle said about putting a square peg in a round hole. Don't go into the American Sign Language Facebook group because you've got a network marketing opportunity and you think that I'm going to target the American Sign Language group people that want to lose weight. Yeah. You're going to pitch like a weight loss thing. Like don't go that route. And I'm not saying that you were going to, but for anyone else who may have thought that, don't do that. Only if it's congruent and if it makes sense based upon your product, your offer, your solution.
And everything we do here, guys, that we teach you is to help you build a long-term sustainable business. We're not trying to teach you guys things that are going to work today and then 2 weeks later not work. Or it's going to get shut down by Facebook or another marketing platform because it's starting to appear as spamming. Right. Oftentimes you see a lot of people go out there and they jump on the train that's moving really fast and they say, oh, this is the next best, latest thing we got to be doing. And marketers end up ruining it, and then Facebook shuts it down. It's like, I'm worried about these messenger bots right now. We're doing it, but if it's not done the right way, and Facebook can come in and shut those down. So we're really, I want you guys to understand that what we teach is for long-term sustainable business and growth that's going to keep you in the game for a very long time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you guys, let us know some of your big takeaways from this, what you liked. We're seeing a lot of thank yous. If you're watching this recording, definitely engage, communicate with us within the comments section, because we come back, we'll answer any questions you guys have, and help you guys out.
And lastly, a couple things. So first of all, if you got value from this, please, feel free to comment. We'd appreciate that. And
give some reactions.
Give some little reactions. Click on an emoji of your favorite emoji right now. Show us the love. And if you feel that you know of someone who you think might benefit from this training, feel free to tag them in the comments section so they can see this and watch this. And again, whether you're watching this live or even if you're watching the recording, comment below. Feel free to tag a friend. You can share this as well if you are so inclined. And lastly, if we went through talking about some personal branding stuff today, and of course it's Friday afternoon, it's a Facebook Live. We can't get really too down and dirty and nitty gritty in this stuff. We kind of keep it light and high level stuff. But if you would like to learn more about this, or if you're struggling with your business and you think you might like some help in your business, you think you might be able to benefit from our coaching or mentorship, then check out our membership program, our Inner Circle mentorship and coaching group called the Power Players Club. I think there's a link up here somewhere.
No, I haven't put it in there, but I can.
There might be a link. There will be a link somewhere.
I'll add it to the description. You guys,
and
seriously.
Just it's the Power Players Club. Check it out. You can go to onlinewealthpartner.com/PPC replay. I think Michelle's adding the link right now. Yeah. So this is only if you think we might be able to help you, only if you're open to being helped, and only if you have realized that going this whole building your business route all by yourself on an island is not the way to go. So if you think that you could benefit from being in a great community, if you think you could benefit from our coaching and mentorship and training, then by all means, check out the Power Players Club. There'll be a link. You can just learn more about it. And if not, no big deal. If you like it, great.
And we work with all kinds of businesses.
We'd love to have you in there. So check that out.
I'm going to paste it in the comments too, so you guys don't have to refresh.
He's got a pretty detailed question there. That would be one that we would definitely answer in the Power Players Club, Mary. So maybe all the more reason you should check it out, because we could dive into that on one of our live calls and maybe really work with you more on that.
Yes. All right. Yeah, you guys should check it out. It's a $1 trial to get started. We actually are going to probably be doing away with that $1 trial to get started, or maybe just doing a 7-day trial. Right now it's 30 days for $1. After that, $37 a month. And you guys get us every Wednesday. You get us in the Facebook group too. And we're not talking every Wednesday like this. We're talking screen sharing, diving in, looking at your content, looking at your ads, helping you think through the process of what you're trying to do in your business. It's a group coaching. It's something we're growing right now, and we would love to have you guys a part of it, because we love to help all of you and your different businesses. It's so much fun. So no matter what business you're in, check it out, because we are the experts in helping you build your brand online and build your business. I just threw it out there. Experts.
She did. She went there.
I said.
So thanks, Maria. Awesome.
I'm going to play with these green things while he says thank
Mary
you.
Alice, Mary Alice, thanks. Awesome. Maria, awesome. Mary, great. Wow, a lot of women with M names. Mary, Maria, Marla, Mary Elise, Marilyn. Lots of M's. And you got St. Patty's Day.
Do you see those? Where'd they go?
If you guys see the St. Patrick's Day thing, and if you think it's remotely cool or interesting, let us know. You are such a dork.
All right, guys.
Wait, Jan, I can tell you this. You two deliver so much value and training in the Power Players Club. Yes. Oh, thank you.
Jan's definitely, she's been a part of it for a while, and she's loves it. And we appreciate all the nice comments. Mary thought that was funny. I'm trying to catch them. These are fun. Gadgets.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, we appreciate you guys being here with us. I know some questions are coming across. We will answer those, not live right here, but within the comment section. Always ask questions. It inspires us to come up with great content for you guys on the lives that we feel that we can definitely elaborate on more to help you guys build your business. And check out the Power Players Club for 30 days. We'd love to see you in there and inside of that group. And that's it. That's a wrap. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
And have a fabulous weekend.
We'll see you next Friday on Real Talk with Bill and Michelle.
Bye-bye, guys.